Hello friends, this is Navdeep Mehta and welcome to AI. And today the topic we are going to discuss that Python agenda. That means what you are going to study in this Python lecture. Okay, so let's start. Now here guys, I have told you in my earlier lecture, as you see on the screen, that we have to know basics of Python. We are not going to know the details. We are not going to entirely deeply in the Python. We just know basic of Python, that what we need to know about Python that is necessary for a data scientist. Okay, so let's start. Now here you see, 1 minute guys. Yes, introduction to Python. So firstly we know what is Python, what is the use of Python, how is Python different from other language, why Python, and some example. Or we are writing first code in our Python. Kernel. Kernel is used as a program that used to run the code. The kernel is used to execute to run this code and work on the command you write here, and according to that he will give you some outputs. Variables in Python, in that here you use a is equal to 5, you write a is equal to 5. So here 5 is a storing in a, or any value you store in a program, then the things where you store this value is known as variable. I repeat again, anything you store in a programming language, then it is a variable. If you store a list, if you store a list in a variable, you store some number 5 to 7, you store in a variable. So this is variable. Data types that simply means that different types of data. Suppose we take example that if we talk about image, then the image of many types: svg format, png format, jpg format, gif format, like that. If you say about video file, then you say mp4, 3gp, like that, and avi, mkv, like that. The different types. Here also you will see different types of data you store. Suppose you store 5, then it is a int. Suppose you store 5.5, then it is a float. Suppose you store Navdeep Mehta, then it is what? It is a string. Suppose you store a collection of data in a single variable, then it is a list, tuple, dictionary. In dictionary there is a key and pair. These all things comes under data types. Operators in Python. What are the operators in Python? Now let's see operators. Operator simply means add, plus, minus, like that. Tokens. The tokens are smallest meaningful component in a program. A small thing that has some meaning. Suppose you write int a, then you have to take a comma. Sorry, semi-comma. If you don't let semi-comma, then it understand that your first line is not going to be int. We are not using Python, but somewhat you will use if a is equal to 5, then you write double dot. Okay, so these are the tokens that are smallest meaningful component in a program. It also some meanings. Okay, keyword. Guys, you listened. I am going to study you each and every topic in detail in our next lecture. Right now, just take a break. Just know what are the simple things. Okay, keywords. Keywords is they are the special reserved words. Okay, they have some specific meaning. Suppose you write int, then it is a keyword. That means that you are giving an integer value. There is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. You write def. That means you are defining a function. You write class. It means you are defining a class. These all are come in a keywords. We are going deeply in each topic in our next lecture. Here I've given you some rough idea. Just have some idea. We are going so that when we start teaching you these all each and every kernel variable in detail, then if you start this learning, then in previously you have some idea about it, that yes, these are these things that I have told you. Don't try to make more and more things in it. Just listen and listen. We are going to show you each and every topic with presentation. So here you see identifier. Okay, so identifier are the names used for variable, function or object. Now here see when you write if you use data frame, pandas library, if someone who is watching this lecture and have knowledge in data frame, then it's when you pd dot data frame, then the d and f have somewhat capital letter. Okay, so leave it. This would come with very easy topic. When you define any class in a Python, then you see that the C should must be capital letter. Okay, when you define function def, here d is a small. So these are some rules, okay, that are used. If you assign any variable, then the first rule to assigning is variable that we should not start with any integer value. So these are some identifiers that is used. There are some rules that are used to to define a variable. So to define any identifier, and there are some rules. I think there are 3 to 4 rules. We are going to talk each and every with some example. Okay. So let's move to the retlers. What are retlers? Retlers are the constant in Python. Suppose you write a is equal to 5, then here a is our what? Variable, and 5 is our retler. Anything that is constant, not changing with time or anything. If you assign x is equal to 10, now here, if you use, now in whole programming language, the value of x is equal to 10. Whenever you write x, then our kernel understand that this is not x, this is a 10. So return are the constant in Python, nothing else. A strings, strings are the sequence of character enclosed within a single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. A strings, you can write anything in these single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. Anything you write inside it, it is a strings. We should discuss in later. Data structure, data structure are different things. If you want to store a collection of data in a single variable, then data structure comes into the play, where you understand what tuples, list, set, dictionary, etc. And what is oops object oriented programming, where we use to define a class. We have to store a student detail, then we use first class to insert the detail a student's details. In second class we use to display the student details. There's something which are protected. I will understand it with an example, some easy. Okay, now here you see, if you are going to create any account, then there are 3 things that it should be. One thing that any can watch it. Okay, either me, either you, anyone in this world can see that this Facebook account have this and this. Second thing is that protected, that means you and your friends can watch it. Okay, if your mutual friend also watch it, but the friends of friends like that, you can also set this thing. Then 13 private. What is private? Private is that only and only you see this. Suppose many of, I have seen many of them are hide their mobile numbers in the Facebook, that only seen by me. So only me, it is private. If you and your friends, it is protected. And if anyone can see, then it is public. So these are the oops that concept that comes later on. We study each and each things detail. And in next lecture, in tomorrow lecture, we are going to study introduction to Python.